all get a pass because they all have been through so much trauma. But what has Haley been through?
The way I looked at her standing and she was like this.
Haley had it. Well, I guess it's like, oh, she had like 300 siblings. Like, she didn't get any attention.
So she had to pretty well.
She does. She went on a tour. She was a pop star.
She has cool parents.
Yeah, she has Huey Lewis. Hi, it's Megan.
And it's Bree.
And we just want to talk about TV.
Welcome to our podcast,
Unseriesous. Each episode, we're going to cover a TV show, new or old, and have a silly little conversation about it.
So grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's get unserious.
Hold on.
What are you going to say?
I have something to say.
Okay.
I just have to get there, emotionally and physically. Because I forget everything.
Speak on it.
I do. I will. I am not pushing you away. I am holding on for dear life, but I need you to need me back. Why didn't you call me while you were away, and why didn't you do some other thing? And why won't you just let me all the way in?
Oh my god, that's pretty good.
Go.
Do some other thing.
That was.
Why won't you ever
just let me all the way in? I know she says something in between, and I'm like,
icon, a legend.
Why didn't you call me when you were away? And why'd you kiss Peyton?
Why'd you
Again!
Jesus Christ.
He was on the door, Peyton. He was on the damn door under me.
All
right. If you don't know,
iconic.
Now you know.
Yeah. We're back at it to do season 3 of One Tree Hill. The best show ever.
The best show of all time. No lie.
Yeah.
No
freaking lie.
So obviously we're gonna get into all the drama, but first we gotta catch the hell up. Bree, what's been going on with you lately?
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while since we sat down and recorded.
It's been a year.
Mm-hmm. So, assumedly, there's much to catch up on.
But there's really not.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. No.
Have you been reading anything, listening to anything, watching anything, doing anything exciting lately?
No.
Got it.
So we went home to Kentucky, and so here's the tea. I'm reading 3 books at the same time right now.
I'm reading 0 for now.
Because I started rereading Happy Place, and then I was also reading The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. And then I went home and I only brought The Nightingale, and then I was like, I want a lighter read for the pool. So then I started Beach Read by Emily Henry. So I'm reading 2 Emily Henry. I'm towards the end of both of those, and then I'm like halfway through the other book. So I've been reading, but I'm just not finished with any of them. So like I want to. But I mean, we'll get more into Emily Henry
Smackdown.
fully, but I don't want to talk about my other book until I'm completely finished with it. But I am really enjoying it. It's just really sad. And then what else? I watched Freaky Friday in honor of Michael Murray.
Hell yeah. Chad Michael Murray Nation.
And that's his best work, I must say. And we got drowned at Nilehorn.
That's true. We did get waterboarded at Nilehorn.
But luckily for Del Water Gap, there was no rain.
Yeah, which you would think there'd be water.
At the Del Water Gap. You know, that's what I was thinking.
But no, it was during Nile. We were in the Nile. Drowning in the blue
Nile. We were in the Nile.
Yes.
Yeah, we were.
Unfortunately. But I saw Nile with my eyes, even though he was this big from that far away. Yeah. But it was life-changing.
But
so.
it was still a good time, even though it was a family bonding experience.
Yeah.
I had to rent a car.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, 25.
We went to not 1 but 2 Wendy's and acquired the $5 biggie bag.
And the biggie bag.
Not sponsored.
Biggie bag on me. That's so funny. Not the biggie bag. What is that?
The $5 biggie bag. You get a sandwich, 4 nugs, a drink, and fries.
Okay, so that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, for $5.
Well, I didn't get a Frosty at the first location, so
that's why we had to go to a secondary location.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anything else for you? Oh, wait, and Claro's new album.
Oh, yes.
Lit as hell. Okay, and...
We also saw the School of Rock.
Oh, yeah, and we saw School of Rock.
At our little park in Gallagher Way. And that's just the best movie of all time. I don't really know how else to say it. It just is cinema.
Really good.
Like, I've seen that movie probably more than I've seen a lot of movies. Like, I'd really have to think on that, but that's one of the movies I've seen the most in my life. And it hits every time.
It's
like,
a knee slapper.
Yeah, you can't make it not hit. It's just so good.
Yeah.
And that's really all I can say because it's not a trilogy, so we can't do it on the pod, but it's flawless. That's all I can really say.
Yeah. It's not a trilogy. It could be soon at this rate.
I'm really thrilled that they announced Shrek 5 this week because that's 2 years away, though. We should probably do all the Shreks before then. Shrek we can do.
Shrek, yeah, that's...
Shrek 2. Shrek 2. I guess the first Shrek as well I've seen a lot, but Shrek 2 I've really seen a lot. I saw it in...
talk about Shrek 2.
I saw it in theaters a couple months ago when they re-released it for the 20th anniversary, and it's really special.
I don't remember 3 or 4.
Really?
Wait, what happened in 3?
So in 3... Sorry, guys. We'll get to Montreal in one moment. In 3, the dad croaks. So, like, Shrek and Fiona are, like, next in line to take over the throne, but he doesn't want that shit. So they find, like, Fiona's cousin, King Arthur, Justin Timberlake. This is going to ruin the tour, Timberlake, to take over the throne so they don't have to. Meanwhile, Fiona is pregnant.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I remember.
And they have, like, a bachelorette or the baby shower.
Because they creep me out.
Yeah, they don't really come until the end. But then in the fourth one, which I have seen the least, is, like, their babies are growing up and Shrek is, like, freaking out. And he's like, I wish we could go back to when things were easier. And then he sends, like, he accidentally makes a deal with Rumpelstiltskin that he thinks is going to be, like, fine. But obviously it's Rumpelstiltskin, so it's a trick. And it goes back to a world where Shrek and Fiona had never met. So Fiona's living amongst, like, all these other ogres in, like, an alternate timeline. And he has to figure out how to get back. Because, like, he's not friends with Donkey or Puss and Boots.
I remember 4 better than 3.
Really?
I have to watch 3.
I think we should watch them all and do a pod.
Yeah.
Shrek September. Shrek-tember. Shrek-tember. It's been decided.
Luxury.
I think that'd be lovely. We still haven't finished Pirates of the Caribbean. But...
yeah.
I still think we should. It's a good summer series, and the summer's over.
And summer's no,
Anyway.
it just started.
Okay, so plenty of time to watch Pirates.
Yeah, but you have to make me a
what? A pirate charcuterie board?
yeah. Like, you have to make me a fun snack.
We can make a fun snack.
A themed snack.
I just think that we all enjoyed the first one, and that's not even the best one. So I think there's so much room for opportunity. 2 and 3 changed my life, and we will not be watching 4 and 5 unless we get 1 million subscribers. What did we say we would do? Riverdale, if we got to 1 million. We're almost at 100, so we're so close.
I think I would need 2 million.
That's so funny. For every 1 million we get, we'll watch 1 season.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah. That's the tea.
All right.
Is there anything else we have to say?
Not really. I'm exhausted.
No, I'm just exhausted.
We started
really the
natty plug. We started My Lady Jane, so get ready for that next week.
Yeah, some weird content.
Oh.
No, just kidding. I don't want to say the word.
We're going to really horse around next week.
No,
and anyway, let's get to one okay, well, should we crack open some beverages?
We are not sponsored
by Sunkissed on, like, a certain show.
But Montreal is.
Montreal is, so of course.
I haven't had a Sunkissed in forever.
I couldn't tell you when. And this is actually really interesting because I don't know if I've shared this in this forum.
Oh, wait. I forgot that.
But I don't like oranges, but I do like an orange soda.
Okay.
I'm just looking at the oranges on here. I'm like... Orange soda and, like, orange creamsicle ice cream doesn't give me the ick the way that, like, oranges or, like, orange flavored, like, candies and fruit juice do.
Okay.
To be clear.
You have to clarify that.
Okay, so should we open them?
Should we crack them?
Oh my god, we did it, like, almost perfectly.
I spilled it all over my laptop.
It did splash a little. Hold on. Okay. Cheers.
I'm shaking.
Cheers to Montreal. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good.
That's orangey. And I also haven't eaten breakfast, so.
I had coffee. I didn't have any food. But now I got my Sunkissed. This is like my Alani new of the day.
Mm-hmm. Just a little Sunkissed.
All right, Megan, should you tell us what it's about?
Mm-hmm. I did a very brief summary because there's just so much to unpack that we'll do it on our own. But, okay. One Tree Hill Season 3 picks up the summer before Lucas, Nathan, Peyton, Haley, and Brooke's senior year, 3 months after Dan Scott is nearly burned alive in a dealership fire. Haley is trying to win Nathan back after returning from her tour. Lucas wants to convince Brooke that he's the guy for her, all the while supporting Peyton as she gets to know and ultimately lose her birth mother, making her fall back in love with him along the way. And while Dan sits with the knowledge that someone tried to kill him, he ultimately decides his brother Keith is responsible for the fire and gets the final word when he kills Keith during a tragic school shooting.
What the hell?
Leaving Karen without her fiance and the father of her child. That's just another season in Tree Hill.
So true.
That's what I wrote. I felt like that's the overarching themes for the season.
That's basically, yeah.
And of course, like, we get introduced to some new characters like Rachel, Hot Uncle Cooper comes back, Mouth is up to some shit, I'm sure.
Mouth is up to something. Oh, what's her name? The announcer who helped.
Oh, is this Gigi when Gigi comes in? Fuck yeah, Gigi. So there's a lot obviously going on outside of that. I didn't even mention Deb, and Deb's just being Deb. And could we ask for more? No.
It's just being an icon.
But I feel like that's a pretty good place to start.
To kick us off.
Should we start with the big two?
Naley,
I found my bracelet. Don't say I never gave you anything.
I love season 3 Naley.
Mm-hmm.
I think they may be my favorite. Like, I don't know. I just love them slowly getting back together. And I like
angst.
That it takes like 9 or 10 episodes for them to like fully be back together. And that's good shit.
Yeah, they needed that.
They needed that.
I had some deep thoughts about this so when we do these, we don't rewatch the whole show because, steel trap. Even though I was like, Gigi.
No, I was like, oh, I remember everything. And then I was like, oh.
So we just watched the first episode and the last episode, and I was thinking really deeply about, like, the Nathan and Haley angst that takes up almost half this season. And honestly, like, crazy when you consider, like, one of the reasons we don't love season 2 is because of, like, the separation of Nathan and Haley.
Yeah.
Like, that's not fun angst, because she isn't even there.
Yeah, she's not even there, and it's like, I don't know, this angst was more like
deserved.
They're doing little things for each other, like,
yeah, because he's like, I still love you, like, that's the problem, Haley, I still love you,
problem.
Like, and it's like so good because, like, she deserved to earn back his trust. Like, I was like, not to be a meninist, but I like that Haley's in the wrong because, like, the first 2 seasons, or especially the first season, sets up, like, Nathan's the problem because he's, like, this privileged, like, popular kid that, like, it was really only getting with her at first despite Lucas. But then in this, like, Haley's in the wrong. And not to be like anti-Haley. This is truly going to ruin the tour.
Nathan said this is gonna ruin the tour. Nathan said it's me or the tour.
Yeah.
And Haley got on that bus so quickly.
And picked tour. Well, I mean, who can blame her? Chris Keller, which we will talk about. Chris Keller.
Chris Keller and fame. I'm
exactly,
sorry.
the big two.
Sorry.
The American Dream, Fame, and Chris Keller.
I was on TV time and someone said, I don't like Haley, but she looks really pretty in this episode about the beach. About the beach episode.
Yeah.
That comment just said, I don't like Haley, but she looked really pretty.
I remember that distinctly. Yeah, has a fire look on in that episode.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I love Haley, and I like that she kind of has to, like, earn him back.
She has to, but it makes it so much better because, like, I don't know.
Yeah,
they're together for so long. I don't want to see them fully together.
Yes, and they did that. They did a good job of solving for that early on, like having them get married at the end of season 1, and then be like, "Ooh, immediately almost divorced in season 2." Like, send her away. Bring in Chris Keller. Yeah, craziest like love triangle option.
Yeah.
I guess he gets kookier as the series goes on. Like, he's just kind of like a jerk, like famous singer in the first or the second season, and then he's just Chris Keller later.
For some comedy.
Yeah. So, like, looking back, it's, like, funny that, like, he's the threat because it's fucking Chris Keller.
Yeah, he's just so unserious.
Yeah.
He's
again,
just this little guy.
He's just a guy. He's just a girl.
He's just a girl. Chris Keller.
We'll be just speaking on him in a moment. But,
And we get to see the proposal again, and then like a bigger wedding.
Yeah,
like,
that everyone gets to go to. Like, it's
it's
all
like lit.
so well done. And I was also gonna say, not to jump ahead, but I like this angst so much better than when they inevitably give them angst in the adult years.
Yeah, I like that.
And like Haley has a fuck ass bob.
That makes me so sad. No,
And so does Nathan.
Haley has like the most mom haircut, and then Nathan has like, I don't know.
Yeah. I can't wait to talk about that. Like, I'm resisting from saying more, but like, that's like stressful. Like, that's like stress. Because he's depressed and they have a child, but this is just kind of like fun and games. Like, she has to like figure out how to get back with him. They do like kind of the double date where it's them and Chris Keller and Brooke. Like, what a time.
What a time.
Fire.
Really iconic. So
what else can I say about Naley this season? But before I really get into Chris Keller.
Oh, Haley being bullied at school for being a pop star by the, and then Nathan's like, I got him, like, why is she being bullied?
Like, you fucking wish.
She's like, you wish you were a pop star. You
Imagine-
had a hit song. Wait, Peyton turning on When the Stars Go Blue at the beach.
I love Peyton! I will never ever stand for Peyton slander. I know we'll talk about her also separately.
Peyton's fucking pissed.
Peyton, like, hating Haley for a portion of the season is also crazy. But also deserved.
Like really hating. Like, not even like a little, like, just like.
Yeah, and it has to do with her mom, which we'll talk about. But fire. Great choice. She doesn't give a fuck. Like, it's also just, like, sweet to me. I don't think they ever, like, they have great Nathan and Peyton moments, like, in season 4, like, when they're paired up for the yearbook thing. Like, they do stuff with Nathan and Peyton, but it's never enough. Like, that's such an underrated friendship. She's like, she shouldn't have done that to Nathan. It's just so funny that it's her ex-boyfriend, but she'll ride or die for that man.
I know.
And he was a terrible boyfriend to her.
The worst boyfriend ever.
She loves him in a friend way, in a family way. And I love that.
That's fam for real.
That's fam for real. I love a platonic male-female friendship. Maybe it didn't start that way, but it ended up that way, and I wish there was more.
Yeah.
What else about Naley? I feel like I had something else. We have to talk about the school episode separately, I fear. That's its own thing. Oh, when they get married and Brooke's like, when I look at Nathan and Haley, I just feel safer. And I was like, amen. That's so true.
When I look at Naley, I just feel safe.
Watching the show.
Like, so true.
Hold on, my pen fell. Bree, take it away.
When Haley's like, call me if you need anything. And Nathan
Yes.
calls her immediately.
And then they walk away together. Oh, and then in the one episode, it's like towards the end of the season when he does the iconic no-look free throw shot, and they look at each other and she like scrunches her nose.
There's no way he did that.
And then she runs to him and jumps into his arms. Iconic!
Yeah, he's like, I'm like, okay.
We're gonna play basketball on one of these pods. Don't worry.
Like
it's not this one.
I'm gonna do that.
We're gonna do that. That should be the job. Well, we should have done that for season 3.
Yeah.
Oh well, we weren't thinking, and it's 90 degrees outside.
We don't have basketball.
Yeah. Obviously, there's their wedding. Oh! They needle drop chasing cars in the season 3 finale. Yeah. And I had the realization, I'm like, this was before Grey's Anatomy did it. And I had the nerve to be like, in my head, like, oh, One Tree Hill did it first. One Tree Hill owns this song. And then you reminded me that it's when Denny dies. Hillary Burton's husband dies. I was like, okay, that's pretty good. And it has an Izzy and Alex moment because he carries her away. I was like, okay, you can't really... Because she got the Elvad wire.
It was pretty iconic.
It was pretty fucking good, I can't lie.
And I think Grey's Anatomy just owns Chasing, or Snow Patrol. Mm-hmm. But One Tree Hill did do Chasing Cars first. And it was still,
don't get it twisted.
So iconic. But you know what? Grey's Anatomy had that really dramatic shit happening. Mm-hmm. I mean, this show did too, but that was crazy. We had to do all of Grey's Anatomy.
I agree. Well, not all.
Well, not all of it.
Maybe the first, 5 seasons.
Yeah.
That's all I watched.
Gold.
Yeah, when she's looking at him in the carriage, I was like, how did they afford this? Like, I know we'll talk about the season finale probably at the end, but, they have, this huge fucking fucking wedding as high schoolers. I'm like, I guess like Dan and Deb are paying for this, but her parents won't even come. They're like, we were at your first fucking wedding and it was boring. It's like they just couldn't get Huey Lewis back, I guess.
Dan said, "Yeah, I'll pay for that."
They're like actively trying to get them divorced at the beginning of the season.
That's what Deb and Dan do, like the prank thing.
Mm-hmm. We'll have to talk about Dan.
But doesn't Deb move all the way out? Or is that...
I feel like Deb always has that house, doesn't she? And he has the beach house.
Oh, he gets... Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Damn.
Mm-hmm. And then eventually Nathan and Haley move back into the apartment, and then Brooke moves in with Peyton for a time.
That's why she's at the house. That's why there's the door.
Yeah.
I'm like, why is Brooke here? I forgot that she moves in with me.
Yeah, because Naley were married again.
Because they had to get out. Brooke had to get out of there. Mm-hmm. Well, I like that they moved Brooke and Haley in as roomies. And that, like, they got closer this season.
I think it's so funny, though, that when she's like, come on over, like, bring your stuff, she leaves the painting of Haley up.
I know, it's so funny.
She's like, I don't really have a lot of sympathy, but come on in. It's like, you could have at least taken that down.
Nah, she said, this is what you deserve.
Yeah, Peyton was like, leave that shit up.
Haley a little bit.
She has to earn everyone's trust back, except Lucas is like, that's my best bitch. That's my platonic male-female friendship.
Yeah.
At its purest form. Like, I don't think there's a better male-female friendship in most shows.
Yeah.
Because that's, like, one of the only where it's, like, they're truly best friends, but never, ever, ever is there a romantic inkling.
There's not even a thought of them being
like,
romantic.
at one point, did either of them have a crush on each other? Nothing. Just pure friendship.
Yeah, Lucas. Yeah, just the two best characters, Lucas and Haley.
Whoa, I can't believe Haley caught a stray with that.
No, my girl Haley. Poor Haley. Haley was getting hated on more than Peyton in the TV Time comments.
Damn. Honestly, fuck yeah. There's no one I won't defend more than Peyton Sawyer.
I did see a lot of Peyton hate.
Okay, let's talk about Peyton. Because tell me, I just need someone to one day just like sit next to me and explain to me like a valid reason to truly hate her that like makes her any worse than anything that Lucas or Brooke or Haley or Nathan has done.
I don't know. They just don't like that she's gone through so much
trauma.
And that she's crying all the time.
It's like, wouldn't you be? Wouldn't you if fucking...
Wait, why? Tell me why they brought her another mom just to kill her.
Just to kill her.
Like... What?
Crazy. So yeah, Ellie's here and she's like, oh, I don't want anything to do with her. And then she's like, oh my god, why are your cabinets empty?
Literally, what? Why would they do
Because you're not sticking around in town or on this planet, this realm of existence.
Literally insane.
It's insane. And they also, a moment, recasted my man Larry with Kevin Gildner, aka Chad's dad in Cinderella Story. I love him, though. He's such a dad.
Yeah.
Like, he just plays a dad, and he kills it.
He killed
Kevin Gildner's it.
He came in. Wait, when she was like, what did she say? Hi to my mom. What the hell are you doing to Peyton?
Like, I can't. Like, everyone leave my fucking girl alone. When she dresses as the angel of death.
Yeah.
The Halloween. And she dances with...
And she dances with mouth.
It's fucking slaps. I just remember we gotta go back to Nathan and Haley and Chris Keller about the Halloween dance. Fuck.
Yes.
But she goes through so much. And... I don't know when's a better time to say it. I guess when they're really fighting in season 4, I'll have to repeat myself. But, like, Lucas and Peyton were at fault when they were dating in season 1. When Brooke and Lucas were dating in season 1. And they fully made out. But let's also remember, though, she thought her dad was dead. Like, again, like, let's count all the things that's happened to Peyton.
If trauma's happening, you can do it.
You can do whatever you want. Cheating's only okay when there's trauma and it's your soulmate. I do think that, like, obviously that was messy. But then Peyton shot in the library. What was she supposed to do? She thought she was going to die. Like, Lucas did what he had to do. You're always saving me. Someone's got to.
Okay, but Lucas is literally insane because after that, he should have separated from Brooke. Like, if he said all of that to Peyton and if you have those extreme feelings when someone's at their lowest, you should know damn. No, but he locks down again with Brooke. I'm like, Lucas, enemy number one.
Yeah, I don't know why. I know Lucas does get plenty of hate, but Peyton gets so much more, I feel like, sometimes.
No, the girls get a lot more.
And it's just like, sexist. But just, this felt like, and then Peyton she was struggling. She's like, I don't think I really like him. And then she tried to go back to Jake. Jake! And we love Jake! But then he's like, you said I love you in your sleep. And she was like, okay, well, and he's like, well, you said I love you, Lucas.
I'm like, what the hell is this most dramatic?
So good. That's a drama. So then she has to, oh my god, it's so good when they have the Nathan and Haley, like, what is it?
That
the
was
engagement party.
insane.
They're all reenacting scenes that they weren't there for.
They made Lucas and Peyton.
Like, Brooke did that. This is Brooke's idea.
It's kind of an icon.
And Peyton's like,
she felt she was
crying.
secure.
She was like crying because she loves him
I
so
hate that
much.
scene.
It's so good though. Like, that's drama. And then she's like, well, okay. Yeah, she could have not told Brooke, but she thought she was going to do a good thing by just being honest with Brooke. Like, I am having feelings for him and I don't want to lose you. What else was she supposed to do? Like, just lie forever and die? I guess.
Shot in the leg.
But like, and then like, Brooke gets really mad and all that's. My thing is, Peyton did like Lucas first. That's what I've been thinking. Maybe she pushed him away and she lost like quote unquote claim. But Brooke being like, oh, this really got me. She's like, we've been friends for all this time. We survived 2 dead moms, 3 absentee parents, shoplifting, getting arrested. We're going to let one boy come between us. And she goes, not one boy, my boy. And I'm like, Brooke, you were there when Lucas and Peyton were obsessed with each other. And maybe it didn't work out. But girl, you know Peyton's always liked him.
Yeah, but Lucas really like locked, like they were like not only just like they were like really serious this season. Like, I don't know, like
they can never make me like you, Brucus.
like they were like locked down, like.
But that's not Peyton's fault.
Yeah, but like I don't know, it was just really. Like, I mean, I like Peyton.
Yeah,
but it was really messy. But I still think enemy number one is Lucas.
Yeah,
because.
But when people are like, "Oh, Peyton's so much better than Brooke," I'm like, not fully.
Wait, Brooke is so much. Peyton's so much better than Brooke?
Oh, sorry, opposite.
Okay.
But, like, people pit them against each other. Like, yes, we can talk about Lucas. But, like, people are so mean to Peyton when, like, she was doing her best. They're also 17 years old. And then it really, I know this is more season 4, but it really pisses me off when then, like, Brooke brings her mom into it and all this stuff. Like, they both did shitty things. And you can like both characters. I just think it's crazy that people really hate Peyton when they both do really heinous things. Like, bringing her dead mom into it. She was like, Brooke, you were there for when she died, and you cried, too. Sorry, that's season 4.
We're jumping ahead.
I just feel really passionate.
Yeah.
Peyton's one of my favorite characters of all time.
Yeah.
So I have to protect her.
I know. It was just like, I don't know, the whole thing is just messy.
Yeah, and it's good TV.
It is. That's what I do. Like I don't like Lucas and Brooke together. Like, I don't want them to be together, but I think like how it happens and everything, it's like so dramatic and makes it so good. Mm-hmm. like I do like some of their scenes, but like I wouldn't want them. I don't get why people would want them to be endgame, especially like the things that Lucas and Peyton already have and the things that Lucas did to Brooke. Like, why would you want her to be with that guy?
Yeah, and it's like, it's one of those things to me, like, when there are love triangles, I get that they, like, really kind of go into Brucus in this season, but, like, when people watch love triangles, they're like, oh, they definitely should be with the other person when, like, it is so clearly, like, laid in stone, like, who's the real, like, soulmate. So, like, Brooke's not even in the pilot, and they set up so much with Peyton and Lucas, so, like, if that wasn't going to be how they ended, then that was all for nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be seeing you, you don't know me, like, first of all, you don't know me. And they call it back in the beginning of season 3. You don't know me. And he's like, I think I do. And they're doing all this stuff. They spend the whole summer putting their friendship back together. I'm like, that's soulmateism. I'm sorry. But Brooke and Lucas don't have what Peyton and Lucas have. They can just be like they can be like good friends. And like eventually like Brooke and Lucas are friends like in the adult years, but like if people didn't see the vision, like you don't have to ship them, like you can ship whoever you want, but people acting like, oh, Brooke should have been Endgame. I'm like, what?
Brooke is. Yeah. Okay, what else? Wait.
Oh, we have to talk about their fight though. He was on the damn door under me.
Wait, I had something to say about the door. Just that Larry's on Brooke's side.
And he calls her out on it that season.
Anna's on Peyton's side because Brooke's like, you never know what will happen.
That's so funny. And like, like shout out. Throwback.
I really was. And then Larry's like.
She's like, get a new hot dad fantasy. And Brooke's like it's so clearly in Peyton's room, like he's gonna see
so
it.
Funny.
Like there's no other Larry.
He was on the damn door.
Great, like one of the best. Everything, all of Brooke's like angry monologues are the best part of the show.
It's the most memorable things ever.
Mm-hmm. When her and Lucas have a fight in the parking lot, I wanted you to fight for me. How was I supposed to know that? You just were.
Like iconic.
Mm-hmm. And he didn't, so move on!
Yeah, Lucas sucks.
But I'm a bit Lucas apologist.
But Brooke and Peyton had so many like cute friend moments this season, like with the door, like I don't know, and then it hurts so much harder.
Yeah. Well, I don't think Brooke had to do all that.
I think Brooke should have just been like, oh, it's fine.
Okay. Look, you didn't even miss him.
Deserved drama.
Crazy.
So good.
It's so crazy. I'm just trying to say at the end of the day, they all did something wrong and they all didn't do anything wrong. Like, I'm not trying to say we should all redirect the hate from Peyton to Brooke. But, like, Brooke was not an innocent person in the long term either.
Yeah, no one's innocent.
Exactly.
They all suck a little.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
They all kind of suck when you think about it.
But they're also just teenage girls.
They're just teenagers, and yeah. Honestly,
it's a TV show.
My girl, that would definitely
innocent.
That would definitely make someone crazy. If Lucas was like going back and forth like that, like what the actual hell?
But also then
is that
to Nathan and Lucas's points, like if your dad was Dan Scott, wouldn't you fucking go crazy too? Like they're all. Dad, you think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
If my dad was Dan Scott, wait,
you would do it too for a check.
I would throw.
If your fucking uncle just died,
I would throw my pills into the lake. I said, just take me now.
His heart medication into the river. When we went to Wilmington and we went to the river court, we were like, should we reenact them throwing the pills? I probably have a clip of that, like in one of our vlogs from that. And then we also had this bit, we were like, oh my god, we're gonna go to Wilmington and they're gonna drain the river. Because like the river court isn't there. Like that's not a real court. They just put it up for the show. We're like, oh my god, what if they go and they drain the whole river?
Because like we can't see the river court and they're probably just gonna drain the whole river.
We're like, thank god they didn't drain the river, so we can pretend to throw pills into it.
Just like Lucas.
Just like our father.
Not our father.
So funny. His heart condition. When he changes, I think it's in season 3, he changes his basketball number to Keith's.
Yeah.
Which we'll have to talk about, unfortunately.
Oh my gosh,
I think that they all get a pass because they all have been through so much trauma. But what has Haley been through?
The way I looked at her standing and she was like this.
Haley had, well, I guess it's like, oh, she had like 300 siblings. Like, she didn't get any attention.
So she had to pretty well.
She does. She went on a tour. She was a pop star.
She has cool parents.
Yeah, she has Huey Lewis. But everyone else, pass. Everyone else can do what they want. Because their parents suck.
Haley has been, what's the word? I don't know. She just really wants to be a star. She can't help that.
Yeah, that's what she's choosing.
She can't help.
What? Okay, we have to talk about the Halloween episode so we can talk about Chris Keller. Halloween episode crazy.
Freaking Chris Keller.
Nathan showing, like, Haley's, Sandy from Grease, and then Nathan's Batman. But then Batman swoops her up and kisses her. And she's like, oh my god, he still wants me. But you know who else was dressed as Batman? One Chris Keller. When he's in the recording studio and it shows him, I think wherever he was, he's staring at the Batman costume, and you're like,
why did Chris Keller do that?
Stop kissing my wife. I'll stop kissing her when you start kissing her.
He had a point there.
He's so fucking funny. This was one of the best Chris Keller seasons. Like, I guess, like, season 9 might be the other best Chris Keller season. But fuck, man, he really just, like, becomes what he is. And he's kind of a douchebag, but he's the best. This is when he walks into the school, sees the cheerleaders, and goes, God loves Chris Keller. And Chris Keller's work here is done.
Yes.
When he starts talking about himself in the third person, they fully just make him fucking crazy. And then when they're playing basketball and Nathan's like, pass to me, and Lucas throws it, moves, hits
Boom.
Chris Keller in the face.
Chris Keller.
That's television.
That's television.
People are like, Chris Keller. I'm like, no, that's the character on the show.
Hate Chris Keller.
And they're wrong for that too.
Like, do you not see the comedy in it?
I'm gonna say something bold.
I don't think people are watching this show.
I don't think people should hate any character. Except maybe like that like Psycho Derek, Nanny Carrie, and the guy who kills Quentin.
Yeah, that guy's...
Like, I don't even think you should hate Dan.
Yeah, us being Dan defenders is kind of
if you watch the show and you're hating any of these, or Dan, or whoever, you're not watching the show right.
Yeah.
Like, it's so much more fun to be like, this is iconic. And Chris Keller and Dan and their inevitable team up in season 9 changed lives. They knew what the people needed. And they threw Julian in there too!
They knew they had to do that.
Yeah. I can't wait to just spend an hour talking about the three of them.
The people who got it.
And the vision was so clear. They needed to link up. Anyway.
Season 9 is crazy.
I can't wait. We're probably gonna have to rewatch that whole season.
Yeah,
and it's shorter, so we can probably do it. Anyway.
The link
up. It's the 2 best characters on the show. Actually, 3 best male characters on the show.
Yeah.
Can I say that right now?
Yeah.
Dan, Chris, and Julian.
Dan being in there is crazy.
Okay, anyway. I can't. So my favorite, I think, episode this season, or one of them, is when... That's the other thing that Nathan's doing. He's paying for Haley's music stuff. He's like, we're not together, but I still want her to follow her dreams.
Aww.
I'm like, Nathan's not one of the best male characters. It's Chris and Dan.
Yeah, Chris and Dan are better. His abusive father's better.
Anyway, so then Chris gambles the money away, and they have to go, like, gamble it back. So they go on a road trip. Cue Holiday playing. Cue Nathan stopping the car so Chris's head keeps bumping into it. The CD finally flies out. Hey, I fixed it.
That's my big 2.
That's the big 2. We're all fighting over, like, oh, Naley is either too perfect or having too much angst. Lucas should be with Peyton or Brooke.
Okay, yawn, boring.
Yes.
Nathan and Chris.
Big brain.
Bigger brain.
We're in 3008. You're in 2000 late. This is about Nathan and Chris Keller. Man sells his guitar to give the money back to Nathan and Haley. Kisses Haley so he can save their relationship.
Wow, he's really taking one for the team.
When they jump off the boat together, that's
like
love.
Nathan and kiss Haley. What the hell?
It's the best. I'm obsessed. I need to rewatch that episode right now. I love that episode.
Yeah.
That's cinema.
That's cinnamon.
Oh my god. They're the best.
Stop kissing my wife. Yeah, stop kissing my wife. I know when you start kissing her.
Yeah, I really just think when Chris Keller's work here is done, when he walks away into the darkness. He's just such a good character.
Yeah.
Like, he's awful, but that's the point.
He's awful.
Same thing with Dan, in a different way.
Yeah.
When I just found this out because I watched, like, a clip from Drama Queens because I fell off the podcast. But, like, Dan and Chris have a scene together in season 3. And there was, like, a theory that people thought that, like, Chris Keller was also Dan's son.
That would have been crazy.
That would have been so good. And, like, definitely not, but...
Wait, what was the scene about?
He's, like, confronting him in...
Oh, I remember.
The living room.
Yeah.
And it's just like, wow, link up. But it really comes to
fruition.
fruition.
Crazy. It would have gotten so crazy. They'd be doing everything possible in the book.
Especially, like, it's only season 3.
Yeah. Covered so much.
What else we got before we get to, like, I think we should...
When Dan chokes Lucas. Do you remember that?
Oh, no!
And then
That's the
pushes
season!
Peyton.
It pushes Peyton! Soulmatism. Where was Brooke? Because he thinks he did the dealership fire, and he's like, no, man, I pulled you out! When the premiere, when Lucas was like, I did something, and I can never take it back, and you think he tried to kill him, but he really just saved his life. Okay.
God.
Maybe if he didn't do that, Keith would still be alive, but okay, Lucas.
Yeah. God.
I forgot about that. That's insane.
I was like, oh my God.
And people wonder why Lucas is fucked up.
And I was like, I can't believe that happened.
Just pushes Peyton down.
Like, fully pushes Peyton down. He did not give a fuck.
No.
Dan the man.
We love Dan.
And that's why we love Dan.
I said that so, like,
Push women.
genuinely, too.
Yeah, you're like, that's why we love Dan.
That's why we love Dan.
Added a little spice, a little drama.
No one's doing it like him, I fear. He runs from the fucking mayor this
He runs
season.
from mayor, and then Karen and Deb team up. That's another dynamic.
And they spray the, so good. And then they're stuck up there.
Oh, it's so good.
I live for it. I love Deb. I love Karen.
Oh my God.
Okay, so let me check over my notes.
Yeah, are we about to... Wait, what episode was that?
We should talk about the most tragic episode.
Okay, wait.
Then we should talk about the cabin.
Okay.
And then we should talk about the finale.
Before that,
Okay.
when Keith and Karen kiss for the first time, and then Keith gets arrested.
It was actually not the first time they kissed, though.
Oh,
They kissed
yeah,
in
they
season
kissed
1.
in season 1. Yeah. But, like, first time after, like, a long, like
Like
they're
kiss.
finally, like, being back
They're together kiss.
Yeah, they're together kiss. Like, that's crazy.
So good.
And then he gets arrested.
Like, you tried to kill Dan. He's like, no, we didn't.
And then he's like, being interrogated by the police, and he's like, oh.
Also a moment for Haley and Brooke and Peyton getting arrested. The iconic, like, mugshots. Yeah, so finally, after 3 seasons of fucking waiting for it,
No, literally.
Karen and Keith get together.
Yeah, they get
And
together.
they're gonna get married.
Happy
Don't they get engaged, like, when it's the cheer competition where they're all dancing and
Yeah.
having fun? That's, like, such a good one for Hill moment.
Yeah, that.
And then Peyton's drunk. And Peyton wakes up in Lucas's bed because Rachel, like, trying to fuck shit up.
That's my favorite.
It's all rushing
episode.
back. Talk soft. What does she say to Rachel? Your voice gives me a headache, something like that. And she has her
She's like,
sunglasses
she's
on.
like, you probably can't see me, but I'm rolling my eyes.
Yeah.
Sorry, sunglasses on, but I'm rolling my eyes. Peyton with her cunt ass bob and her sunglasses.
Yeah.
God
How could you hate my Peyton?
My Peyton.
She's literally done nothing wrong.
But that episode's like my favorite.
It's a
So,
good
like,
one.
I want to watch it.
We should just keep watching.
I need to rewatch
You need to watch the one with Chris Keller, Nathan, and that one. And the shooting, why not?
And the shooting is a really good episode.
Yeah.
The TV.
I think we should unpack it.
But the episode before that, Keith was telling Lucas he wanted to adopt him.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Lol. Literally, they did the most, like, horrendous, the most...
That's his tad.
They built up all these things with Keith, like,
Yeah.
and then it got real, and then they hit you with that episode 16.
Yeah. That episode's crazy because, like, they had Jimmy in season 1, and then he kind of, like, fades away.
Yeah.
And they were like, instead of making that, like, oh, that's just something we did because we got lazy and didn't want to write an extra character, they're like, no, we're going to bring him back and show that actually affected him.
Yeah.
He lost all his friends because they all, like, found other people.
Yeah.
Brought the time capsule back from season 2 to air out all this shit.
They really connected shit. One Tree Hill was connecting shit, like, it
on
made
another level.
sense, like,
I have
where
chills.
it was so good.
And then it's not like full, like, it's just obviously this kid panicking because just mental illness, depression, bullying, and, like, no one. Peyton's the only one that gets hurt, right?
Died, yeah.
Until, so Peyton's in the library bleeding out.
Yeah.
And then Brooke is like, Haley and Peyton are still in there. And they're like, boom, run the fuck in there. Sorry, soulmateism.
Always and forever.
Through the door, I was like, be fucking for real.
We don't have time for this shit.
Always and forever. Sorry, I'm screaming.
No, the first time I saw that, I was like, but now looking back, I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
People are dying. Peyton's bleeding out. Her mother is dead again. And she's bleeding out.
In the library.
They're always saving me. Someone's got to. I'm sorry, but what were Brooke... Not to make this... We're going to talk about the shooting episode. What were Brooke and Lucas doing that was on this level?
Yeah, did Brooke get shot in the leg?
I will give them... I did write this down. The rain scene.
I like that one. I do
that's
that.
like the crumb
There's
I give.
A few scenes, and I like some of the cabin moments.
Yeah. But like... I'm sorry. The most iconic Brooke and Lucas scenes are when she's yelling at him.
And that it's too good.
Or, yeah, Brooke and Lucas.
Yell at his ass.
Yeah.
Lucas.
But like, the lines that they refer back to, I just can't. Okay,
the shooting episode.
Yeah, they have Allison Scagliotti in there.
Yeah.
What's her name from Drake and Josh? Missy.
Yeah.
Acting
down,
and they bring her back.
Acting down.
When the show ends and it says murder on the wall, that was her.
That
He
was
let
her
her go. Like, that's how you know, like, the way that they slowly unpack that into season 4, which I guess we should save for season 4 of like, I just lost the pretzel. I don't want to bend down and get it.
The pretzel.
I'm using it as my talking device. The way they like unpack that, where it's like, Jimmy was a good guy. Like, he would not have killed Keith.
Mm-hmm.
Because he let her go to get, insulin?
Yeah.
Like, why would he kill Keith when he knew Keith and he let this girl he's never known before go?
Yeah.
Like, crazy. And then, this is all season 4, but Keith, like, coming to Lucas in a vision. Open your eyes. Because he carries Peyton out, and Jimmy also lets them leave too. And Keith is like talking him down, and he like open your eyes, and you could see her in the distance watching. But he didn't remember because of the trauma.
Open your eyes,
Lucas. Crazy. And it is so insane that that's the thread of this whole season is Dan's like, who the fuck tried to burn me alive? Well, I guess it's not Lucas. If Lucas saved me, then it has to be Keith because of punishment for the Jules thing.
There's only one possible, and it's Keith.
And it's Keith. And yeah, he gets arrested. That doesn't come to fruition. So he's like, I have to take this into my own hands.
And
physically.
How convenient that there was a school shooting that he could walk into the school
and pin it on poor Jimmy. And pin it on poor Jimmy who just like took his own life.
And then no one came to Jimmy's funeral, just his mom.
Oh my fucking God.
And he didn't even do it.
And Mouth was like trying so hard to like be respectful of the fact that Keith was dead, but like Jimmy also like.
And like they had the scene with the mom, like the mom scene.
When she's like, "Where's my son?"
My heart.
Awful. Like for no fucking reason.
Yeah, like the worst thing I've ever seen, maybe.
But also so good. And Brooke too, like Brooke like being the one on the outside when everyone else is in and finding like care. Oh my God.
Yeah, having to wait. Yeah. And
ugh. She was with Peyton in the moment that it happened, but then she got out of there. But yeah, that is like a criminally insane scene of like taking this poor character, he dies. Dan's like, all right, well, here's my opportunity to pin this on this poor kid and kill my brother.
We're like, Dan, man.
And we're like, love him. Cut to me 5 minutes ago. I don't think you should hate anyone.
To like the worst possible thing you could possibly ever do.
Yeah, it's so awful. And Keith is like arguably the best character in terms of like morals and like like he's the best character on the show.
And bro did him dirty.
Didn't even blink.
Literally, what the fuck? That was the craziest,
crazy fucking shit.
Like plot.
And they're like, Keith is a hero, and yeah, he's a hero. He was about to get all the other students out of there, and then Dan said, not on my watch.
Imagine watching that live. Like,
I feel like, I'm trying to remember if when I watched it, obviously, like, the show had already ended. It was, like, over for a couple years.
I don't
know if I knew that was coming.
Yeah. But not even, I don't know.
I just had goosebumps. I feel like watching it even now is still like, whoa.
Yeah, you don't know.
And then he's haunted by his brother, the younger brother, like, the vision of his younger brother. His older brother, but as a younger. Oh my god. And like, for it to happen at the end, and he's just like, Keith wasn't the perfect person everyone thought he was. He tried to kill me in that dealership fire, and Deb was like, no, I did. And now Dan is like,
Fuck, I killed him.
maybe, like, that's like a wild thing to just do when you need like 1,000%.
When you don't know 100%.
And even then, why would...
And also, why would you go into a school shooting and think, oh, there's a gun right here. I can just pick it up and
finish the job.
Finish it. When already, like, the most traumatic thing's already happening. He's like, what was going on?
Yeah. It's just like so insane because it's such a good episode. Like, it's so good.
So well done.
And like the way that it carries through the rest of the show of like now Dan's guilt and then him trying to like make up for it with Karen and the baby that you find out she's having.
The baby.
And then he goes to prison, and in the future seasons he comes back and he's trying to make amends. It's like then his whole like up and down journey, then his self-help era with Rachel. Oh my god.
Wait,
like,
that's iconic.
So like Dan is a heinous person, but it's fucking good TV. And that's why you can never make me hate him. You can never make me like Brucus, but you can never make me hate Dan Scott.
You can never make me like Lucas. But you'll never make me hate. I think he should have finished the job when he was choking him.
No!
The way he's standing in the middle.
Damn.
Wait, when he said, what has Haley been through? I looked at her and she's standing there like that.
I fucking can't.
That's so funny. That episode is one of like, that's an episode of TV that is forever like ingrained in my mind. Like it just sticks. It's so good.
It's so good. So it's so sad. Like that's one of the things where it's like I can see that that's like really good television, but like if I could change anything about the show, I'd bring back Keith because of like Karen, Lucas, everything.
Yeah,
and I
right
like Andy.
Getting that
like
family.
I'm glad that they eventually like she slowly got back with Andy. Like you know that in the future. Because I liked Andy. Like, Andy wasn't a bad character. It's just Keith was her soulmate. And you're waiting for that just to have it literally ripped out of your cold fingers.
They were like, Keith be soulmates with Karen or have his older brother or younger brother shoot. And they wrote it on the whiteboards and they were like, yeah, this one will hit more.
Yeah. I think, not to get too much into like the real life stuff, but I think they kind of said like, Craig Sheffer was one of the people that they all felt safest with. Yeah. And I think someone kind of alluded to the fact that they might have killed him off to eliminate him from the set.
Yeah,
which sucks.
That's kind of weird.
And he didn't know that was going to happen. Like, they kind of, like, surprised him with that storyline. And then, like, the cast loved him so much, and they still do.
Well,
it sucks.
They had the...
Awful.
Awful,
but TV, man.
Really good.
And then it led us to, like, when they're all, like, Rachel's, like, oh, shout out to Rachel Katina, introduced this season. Danielle Harris-Ackles, what a legend.
Rachel,
iconic, even though she's so messy. Like I said, putting Lucas and Peyton in the same bed and all that shit. Iconic. Trying to get to Nathan. I don't remember if that was in 3 or 4 or both. But, like, crazy shit. And then she's like, okay, but we can all stay at my cabin.
She's like, okay, sorry for everything, but let's go stay at my cabin.
Is this when Devin and Skills are together and then, like, they get lost?
Yeah.
And let us not forget Pete from Fall Out Boy.
What was literally going on?
They were like, okay, we'll give Pete from Fall Out Boy. He's definitely too old for her.
Yeah, that's weird.
And Larry lets her go into the limo with him. Larry
said, that's Pete from Fall Out Boy.
Pete from Fall Out Boy. I love when that's what they call him. Like, when he shows up to breakfast and they're like, Pete from Fall Out Boy. When Brooke kisses him?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? They're all doing crazy shit.
That was
a while. She's fully with Lucas and he's with Peyton. She's like,
they wanted a silly, goofy moment. They were like, I thought it was a dream. Honestly, if
someone from your favorite band was in your kitchen,
was in the kitchen, I'd be like, oh, is this a dream?
Yeah.
Because why is he there?
Right. It's and they're all doing their eyeliner. What an iconic shot.
Yeah, that was funny.
I thought about making that the picture that I put up. Oh my god.
I love that.
That's a great episode.
So much.
And then when Haley thinks she loses her ring, but Nathan just fucking stole it.
Yeah.
And then Lucas has it, and she's like, "This is really naley." It's really 2005, and they're like, naley.
This is really naley.
This is really naley.
They already know. They're making fun of like.
Yeah. So good.
You know that's crazy.
But then they keep it going and they do a full-ass wedding again.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else I have to say before we talk about the finale. Oh, just rewatching, like, especially, like, I'm sure they did it in different episodes, but watching the premiere, the way they, like, tell... This show loves their non-linear stories.
Yeah,
like,
they
it's
really do. They do it every
Like, they come and go, and Peyton has a fuck-ass wig on, and you're just like, oh my god.
Watching, like, the first episode and the last episode, you realize just how many times it
And you also realize, like, how good their, like, narrative
yeah.
string is of, like, the first episode ending with, there's 6 billion people in the world, and sometimes all you need is one, and then the finale starts with Lucas doing that. There's 6 billion people in the world, and blah, 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 blah. So that's really great. Oh, you said, like, yeah, Dan and Deb have their, like, war.
Yeah.
I thought vampires had to be invited in. And I thought water melted witches. Here we are. Crazy. Oh, I wrote Sunkiss sponsorship. Cheers. Them wearing the Sunkiss shirts. If only we had Sunkiss shirts. We'll talk about that in a second. Oh, after Lucas sees Brooke with Chris Keller, which fuck, man. Then the next episode starts with them all waking up in bed together, and Lucas and Chris Keller are shots. So good. Like, the show can do like a school shooting episode, and then does that shit, so and then Pete from Fall Out Boy's there too. This was the fantasy boy draft season. Yeah. I thought I made that up. And this is the season where Haley sings, "Why do you put me on a pedestal?" Oh, I love Halo. Yeah, I think that's all I had to say before we talk about the finale. Yay. Like we said, chasing cars, naley wedding. We kind of talked about a lot of it, but the ending we'll have to talk about.
Rachel and
Cooper.
Which happened, like, when does that even start? Or how does that start? I don't even remember.
I don't know how she meets him without him realizing that she's someone that goes to school with them. But, like, he's not around that much. So she, like, tricks him into thinking she's older than she is. Yeah. He finds out, turns on her, obviously good. He says, "I'm no Ezra Fitz."
He said...
Even before we knew Ezra Fitz, he says, "I'm not doing that."
I'm not doing that shit.
He's like, and even before I knew you were 17, I did not want this to be serious, but she's, like, crazed. Yeah. So that's huge. To sex with Cooper. That was iconic. Like, when she's messy, she's iconic. And poor Mouth and her could have been crazy. And that's something that happens more in season 4, too. Like, I feel like they have so many threads to make Mouth have some pretty good storylines. And it's, like, half poor Mouth and half fucking Mouth.
No, like, fuck Mouth, but also...
But Mouth.
Like...
It's, like, 50-50.
It gets messier, but, like...
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I blame it's Mark Schwann's fault.
Just the friend.
Mm-hmm. What a poor guy. And then...
Poor guy, but at least he dances with Peyton.
Yeah.
At least he always has a dance scene.
Yeah. I can't wait for the stripper thing in season 4. This beat is my recital.
But yeah, I like that they give him more with, like, the Jimmy storyline.
Yeah. That's great. And that obviously comes more to fruition in season 4 when they can finally, like, clear his fucking name. Yeah. And then Brooke has just found out that Peyton has feelings for Lucas. And then Storm has the door monologue. My boyfriend. She said.
My boyfriend. She said
boyfriend.
My boyfriend.
They all have
boyfriend very.
They both. I feel like
my boyfriend.
They all have distinct voices, but I feel like specifically Sophia and Hillary, because Hillary has like an accent sometimes, and then just like Sophia Bush's voice is distinct on its own. Specific. Yes. His name was on the door, Peyton. He was on the damn door under me. I'm not trying to steal him.
But you like him.
Oh, so fucking good. You told me you didn't even miss him. Slap. So good. Like, every scene
drama
hits. And then she's like, "Lucas, don't talk to Peyton today." And then Lucas is unhinged. Immediately goes to her and then goes, "You look nice." I'm like, "You fucking crazy bitch." But again, sorry, soulmates. And then Brooke is like, "Oh, Peyton told me some things." He's like, "Yeah, I know, we kissed." Again.
He blurts it out. He's like,
I was like, "Bro, give her a beat." He really jumped to so many conclusions.
He really just like...
Yeah, she needed to know that, but time and place.
Yeah.
They have their big fight, and then they both have to give a speech about love. And she goes, "William Shakespeare." And then at the ending monologue, "William Shakespeare."
Yeah.
But that Brooke monologue is the craziest, most iconic Brooke monologue.
Yeah.
I am not pushing you
They're
away.
all in this season.
I am holding on for dear life.
life.
But I need you to need me back. Why did
See,
you
all
call
this
me
had
while
to
you're
happen
away?
just to get these iconic ass monologues.
Why won't you
from-
just let
that
me
are always
all the
trending.
way in? And then the crazy shit. They do this a couple times where it's like, I want to put myself back. Like, I wish I could have either watched it live or be watching this for the first time to know, like, when you know, well, you find out Karen's pregnant, and then Dan has the nerve to hug her after learning he just killed her fucking fiance. And she, you know, she's pregnant, and then Lucas finds a pregnancy test. He's like, "Oh my god, mom!" And she's like, "Well, yes,
The matching
but
purses.
that's not mine because all the bitches have matching purses, and they hint at every single person admitting to it. Like, Brooke is like, "You don't even know what's going on with me."
Yeah.
She's being like really like sus, like you don't know what I'm
You don't-
going through.
yeah.
And then Haley's like, "Luke or Nathan, I have to tell you something." Rachel's like, "Cooper, I have to tell you something." Cooper's like, "I don't believe you." So it's like, who
Who's
is it?
pardon?
And like I guess it's probably not Peyton's.
Yeah.
I don't think Peyton, unless Pete from Fall Out Boy.
Unless Pete
Pete from Fall Out Baby. Fuck.
Little Pete from Fall Out Boy.
Baby Pete on the
Baby
way.
Pete.
Baby Pete loading.
Not Baby Pete. The baby comes out with eyeliner.
Fuck. So that's a crazy way to set up that ending. And then they're all driving. Luke or Nathan and Haley are like, "We're going to London for a few days. Doesn't it always rain there?" Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Nathan, you dog.
They always gotta be kissing in the rain. That's how they get back together too, though, in
Yeah.
the rain. Naley's always be in the rain. Don't say I never gave you anything. And the episode's starting out with like this shot of like the river or the lake, and there's like the floating bracelet, and you're like, "Oh my god, what happened?" And Nathan's like, "I had a terrible dream," and you're like, "Oh, thank God." Cut to Rachel drunkenly steals the limo, and Cooper's like, No, we have to go back. And she's like, "I'm pregnant, and we're talking about this now." And she's like, "Pull over." And then Nathan and Haley are driving, and they're like, "Oh, we have to get our tickets. We have to meet Lucas at the bridge." And then the limo's coming straight for them. They swerve. The limo swerves. Baby. The limo goes through the bridge, over the bridge, into the water. And Nathan's like, "There's only one thing I have to do. Nathan, don't. I love you."
He dives in. I laugh so hard the way he dives in. Nathan, don't. And then dives.
I love you. And then she had given him the friendship bracelet, and that's what's floating. Are you kidding? What a way to end. I think that's one of the best season finales of the show.
That was so good.
Like, in season 1 or 2, Dan's life is the one hanging in the balance.
Yeah.
They finally broke those mistakes and like, nah, Nathan's life is hanging in the balance.
Who's
And Cooper.
doing it like that.
And Rachel.
Like, watching those episodes for the first time with the school shooting and the limo going into the.
And they use it in the theme song going
I was
forward.
literally like now I've seen it so many times that I laugh, but like.
It's so good. It's just because how many car crashes can they do?
Yeah, and then in season 4 where Lucas dives into. It's just so good.
Flawless.
Like Nathan's just gonna immediately die from diving into the limo.
Nathan, no! Nathan!
I'm like, okay.
And she's in her wedding dress.
He like jumps in like a turtle. Like,
Then eventually
He's like-
swan dives. My God. What a way to go out.
yeah, they didn't make it to London.
Oh, hell no. Yeah, so that's One Tree Hill season 3, baby. Should we do like a speed round of highs and lows?
Yeah.
Epic highs
And lows.
Who were your favorite characters this season?
Brooke. I wrote naley.
Yeah.
That's the whole. I really enjoyed them. And Deb.
Fuck yeah. I would say Peyton. Chris Keller.
Yeah, Chris Keller's pretty iconic.
And that's it.
That's it.
Because I love them all. I could list them all if I really wanted to. Poor Karen.
Yeah.
Keith. Honorable mention to Keith. Keith and Karen.
I mean, I love all of them, but you know.
Yeah.
Actually, that's false because who's my least babe? Just kidding.
I was going to say Lucas is one of my faves. Because we didn't even talk about when he goes to drive Peyton to her mom's, and then he has this random friend from his past that you
Yeah,
never hear about before, and then you never see again.
Yeah, it's like, and she's like, really cool, but you never see her ever again.
It's like,
and like, where did she come from?
Where did she go? Where'd you come from? Cotton Eye Joe.
Like,
yeah.
I wrote least fave Lucas ... JK. I don't know who my least favorite is because I think it technically should be Dan.
Yeah,
but it's
like
not.
this season,
like,
especially.
If you were to look at this season, Dan should be your like.
I'll
that's
say
the
it.
most criminal.
I'll say it. I'll make Dan my least.
Okay, I'll say it too.
Just for this season, and maybe season 4.
Not Dan.
I feel like Lucas kind of. Yeah, he kisses Peyton, but like she was dying. I feel like Lucas is kind of minding his business this season, no?
Yeah. He gets a pass this time.
I feel like he kind of gets better. He's like messy, but they're all messy. I feel like he's the messiest in season 1 because then he gets really weird with Nikki in season 1.
Yeah,
like that was messy.
He gets a pass for throwing his pills in the.
Fuck yeah.
Because that's iconic.
Yeah.
Wait, do you remember like what were Nathan and Lucas fighting? You know when they fight at the basketball game, what were they fighting about? Do you remember?
Oh yeah, because then the girls were fighting too.
Yeah. I forget what they were even fighting about. I'm like, why are
this
they
show
fighting on this show's about brothers?
When Dan keeps seeing a vision of younger Keith.
This show's about brothers, but I have no idea why they're fighting. I'm like, okay, girl.
No, because they figure it out and they're best friends. I love when Nathan and Lucas are best
friends.
What are some favorite moments? I love, like I said, the road trip episode of Chris and Nathan. I love the cabin episode.
Yes.
The cheer competition episode. Anytime anyone's smiling. Something else. I don't know if when you find this out, but remember how like where they do the double date and they're not really back together, Haley takes Nathan to the roof of Karen's Cafe and shows them where her and Lucas write their like goals. Mm-hmm. Nathan writes one but doesn't tell her. Yeah. And it's like, we'll get back together before XYZ. Yeah. Because he loves her.
See me smiling?
Yeah.
I said the Halloween episode. Mm-hmm. I said just like the progression of Naley like slowly getting back together and all they have just so many cute moments. Mm-hmm. Naley really slayed this season. Nathan and Chris Keller, of course, the cheer competition. Brooke and Haley becoming closer friends. Episode 16, the cabin episode. Mm-hmm. Debbie Karen.
Yes.
The finale.
Yes.
The whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Least favorite?
Keith dying.
Yeah. And Jimmy dying. Like
Keith saying that I'll adopt you and then dying.
Like, he doesn't even get his own. He doesn't even get to see his own daughter.
Yeah. What the fuck?
God, fuck.
Yeah, and then Jimmy dying, and then Jimmy's mom at the them.
Did you
showing
find my
the
son?
Funeral, and then she's the only one there, but the boys do come up. But like, what the fuck, dog? It's just like tragic.
Yeah.
Oh, Peyton losing another mom.
Yeah.
I'm like
her reacting, like dropping down to her knees.
Yeah. I'm like, why did you guys give her this other mom?
Just to take her away.
Just to give her.
Yeah.
Like,
and then after the season, you never see her dad again. Like she meets her birth dad eventually for like 5 seconds, but like they recast her dad for this season, and then you never see him again. Yeah, like I can't believe they didn't bring him back for the Derek storyline.
Yeah. Like where are your?
I just feel like some of that shit was fucking lazy. Like I get like sometimes everyone can't come back all the time, but what was Kevin Kilner doing?
Nothing. No, he could have come back.
Yeah.
He
or like
would have loved to come back.
Yeah. I got a guy. Fucking shit, man.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I should have thought about this. 10 being the most unseriesous the show could be. What would you rate it? I feel like this one's lower just because of the.
Yeah.
Like.
A 5.
Yeah, I was thinking 4 or 5.
Yeah.
5. Yeah.
I feel like, yeah.
Because then you cut to Brooke brooking herself, and then like, yes, we're back.
Yes, we're back.
And just anything Chris Keller ever does. We're back.
No, there's so much silly.
Yeah, that's why shows need to be fucking 22 episodes so you can do it all.
So you can do literally everything.
Yeah. Amen. And would you recommend it?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's one of the best seasons. I don't know what my favorite season is, but this is a high contender.
This is, pretty high up there. I'll have to really think about my real ranking.
Yeah. All right. Our final segment is Game Time with Megan and Bree. And we have some Mad Libs today. We're going to do one, how to date the coolest guy and girl in school, as well as driving tips, because everyone in Tree Hill needs.
Everyone needs some driving tips because they keep having car crashes.
Which one do you want to do and which one do you want to write? Switch. We each do one.
I want to write. I don't care. You pick.
Okay, let's do driving tips last.
Okay.
And we'll do how to date
one theme.
the coolest guy and girl in school. Okay, ready? Give me a plural noun.
I want to make it relatable.
To the show.
Schools.
Schools.
School shootings.
An adverb.
I want something good.
Okay, get it together.
An adverb. I'll just say yesterday.
Yesterday?
Wait, is that?
It's something with an ly.
It is?
Yeah, like quickly.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like. Okay, never mind. Then I'll do.
The anticipation.
Running.
No, that's a verb.
Wait. It's something. Lastly.
Okay.
Does that work?
Sure. I don't know. Okay. I spelled that wrong. Verb.
Okay. Bake.
Bake.
Yeah.
Article of clothing.
Leatherman jacket. That's his jersey. Leather.
Part of the body.
Heart.
Or adjective.
Stunning.
Stunning. A noun.
Tree.
A plural noun.
Rings.
Rings. Ooh. Part of the body.
Damn.
There's another part of the body, so you can think of two. We got heart,
Okay.
and then two more.
I'm gonna do leg.
Okay.
From Peyton.
Nice legs.
Nice legs. Let's do I.
Plural noun. And then two more nouns.
Pills. And two more nouns.
Mm-hmm.
Me not being able to think of. Okay, we have to do a basketball.
Okay.
And what the hell do these people have? And their guitar.
Nice. Verb ending in ing, and then just another verb.
Verb ending in ing. I already did. What did I do for the other one?
For verb,
Did I do a
you did bake.
shoot?
Shooting? Oh my god. And then another verb.
Shooting.
It's like, fuck. ING really was like, fuck.
No, shoot. I'm really just... the only thing I'm thinking about this season is the school shooting. Another... Okay.
Oh.
Wait, and what am I doing?
Verb.
Okay. Everything I'm thinking of is so dark. Stop it. Slay.
That's good.
I was gonna say kill, so slay.
Okay, and then 2 more adjectives, and then we're good.
Freaky.
And Friday.
Freaky Friday. And silly.
Perfect. Okay, how to date the coolest girl in school. It's simple. Turn the schools and make her want Lastly to date you. Make sure you're always dressed to bake. Each and every day, wear a Letterman jacket that shows off your heart to stunning advantage. It makes your tree look like a million rings. Even if the two of you make meaningful leg contact, don't admit it. No hugs or pills. Just shake her eye firmly. And remember, when she asks you out, even though a chill may run down your basketball and you won't be able to stop your guitar from shooting, just play it freaky. Take a long pause before answering in a very silly voice. I'll have to slay it over.
Not off to slay it over.
That's so dumb.
Remember, kids. That's how you do.
That's how you get the boy or girl. Okay, this one's a little shorter.
Okay.
I'm ready. I kind of think of things you didn't say.
Adjective.
An adjective. Pretty. Pretty girl.
Pretty. Noun.
A hill.
So true. Another noun.
A noun. River court.
River court. They're gonna drain.
Drain the river.
Adjective.
Like punk.
So true, Peyton.
Punk and disorderly.
Part of the body.
Part of the body. What else happens this season? Finger.
Not the finger. Noun.
I keep thinking of places. Cafe.
Cafe. Karen's cafe. Another noun.
Pregnancy test.
This is on grid.
This is about driving tips.
Yeah, pregnancy test. Adjective.
Spicy.
Ooh. Spicy. Plural noun.
Comments.
Ooh. Adverb.
Adverb. Annoyingly.
Okay. Noun.
Halo.
True.
I wear a halo.
All right, I think we're gonna get some really good
Do we do
driving
it?
tips.
God.
Driving a car can be fun if you follow this pretty advice.
Yeah.
1. When approaching a hill on the right, always blow your river court. Blow your what?
What? Your river court?
What? Before making a punk turn, always stick your finger out the window.
That's so real.
That's good.
That feels very Peyton core.
Yeah. 3. Every 2,000 miles, have your cafe inspected and your pregnancy test checked.
That's so Karen.
Each one's just for super. When approaching a school, watch out for a school shoot. Just kidding.
Whoa! Not Jimmy Clear the Search, is Jimmy Innocent.
for spicy comment.
Hell yeah.
Above all, drive annoyingly. The halo you save may be your own.
Oh, whoa.
The halo, that's kind of
That's deep.
The
halo you save, maybe.
The halo you
I
save.
wear a halo. I wear a
Silly.
halo
That
when
was
you
so
look
silly.
at me. Well, I guess that brings us to the end of One Tree Hill.
Woo!
Season 3, eventually sponsored by Sunkist. The show, not us.
Yeah. Damn, Mom.
We'll be back eventually for season 4.
We'll be back eventually sounds like we're never coming back.
Now we have to do season 4. It's you. It's always been you.
Okay, well.
Anyway, don't say I never gave you anything.
Don't say I
This has been
literally
season
never gave you
3.
anything.
Next week we're giving you My Lady
We're
Jane.
giving you some
Hello?
some horsey content.
Yeah, we're gonna be horsing around. And on that note, Chris Keller's work here is done.
Thanks for listening to our podcast.
Remember to rate, follow, and share with friends.
And find us on TikTok and Instagram at unseriesous to see more content and find out what we're watching next.
We hope you enjoyed, and we'll talk to you next week.
Bye!